in April of 2022, Ron was just committed to have Charlie in. And 2020, 2021 were a bit hostile years. And I thought, Ron, if we bring Charlie here, it's just gonna go over the top. The guy is not afraid to speak his mind, because I had only seen video clips of Charlie. I didn't know him. So we worked it out, and Charlie came here, and he got here on a Sunday. We had a Sunday evening, a couple thousand of us gathered here. And that afternoon, Ron and Debbie and I spent a few hours with Charlie. I mean, he was probably, at the time, 27. And I gotta tell you, all of my preconceived notions about the guy were so wrong. Because I had him kind of pinned as arrogant, and I had him pinned as prideful, a little hateful. Some of the clips, that were out there that went viral and people spin and try to make him sound a certain way. And that afternoon, just watching him, and the way that he even postured himself with Ron and Debbie, and a posture of respect and honor, humility. And then, of course, the evening went great. Here was a 27-year-old kid at the time that was more bold than most of the pastors that I knew. Terrified to speak some of the things that he was speaking on moral clarity, moral truth, standing on the scriptures. I remember I went home that night. I was really repenting that night just for, judging him in a way that was wrong. I went home and I told Amanda and my older two, Owen and Macy, I said, if you two become half the person that this guy is in his 20s, I will be blown away of his generosity, his humility, his commitment to Jesus and the truth. And then over the next many years, we watched him rally the church to stand on biblical truth, to not be afraid to define morality, to speak with boldness. So today he's on a college campus doing what he does, reaching into the hearts of young people and giving young people an opportunity to think for themselves, to think critically, to think biblically. And he was gunned down and died. So I just want to take a moment and let's just, there's so many emotions and prayers and thoughts going through my head. I've been talking with Ron and everyone, just even around the campus today, everybody's just been in shell shock. I've got a thread of about 15 pastors from across the nation that we all knew Charlie personally, and Rob McCoy, Charlie's pastor, had been here, texting with him. I told Brandon, I was like, we got a prayer sprint tonight. What do we do with this? Part of me, I want to just give us a chance and a moment here to mourn, but also to thank the Lord for the gift that this young man's voice has been. And my prayer is that God would raise up 10,000 young people in his death. Brandon, do you want to say anything? Lord, we just come before you, God. Oh, Lord, our hearts are hurting today. We've experienced a lot of trauma in the last several weeks. Just the things we're seeing on our screens, things that our nation is experiencing. God, right now we just ask you to be near. Would you stretch out your hand, Lord, over us and be real? be near tonight. The brokenhearted. Lord, we lift up Charlie's wife, Erica, his 2 children, in the midst of absolute chaos right now. All of those at TPUSA, TPUSA Faith, the hundreds that were employed and mobilized around Charlie. God, we ask you to be near. Come to us, Lord. God, help us right now. Help us. Help us as a nation. God, help us as friends of a young man gunned down. Help us family. I'm just going to pause for a moment. I'm going to let you pray, and just however the Lord leads you to pray here for a moment.